I need some sort of intro, so I'm inserting it now. That's what he said.
Hey guys, Just As a Mess here. I'm Jess. My entire life it's just a mess. And today, I have been inspired by this woman right here. What a hilarious YouTube channel. I love her. She's just like a beauty guru, but like her personality just exudes everything I wish I could be. So she did this video where, you know, the whole thing where it's like, I'm doing my makeup like I was in high school. Oh my god, it's so different. She did it where it was like half of her face was how she did it in high school, and then half of her face is how she does it now. And I love that idea. So I would like to do it. I was actually in high school at the beginning of this channel. When I first started this, I think I was like 17 years old. This whole YouTube thing, lol. I was 17, I am now 23. What the hell happened? Why? I have so many questions for life and why it has done me like this. So you may have seen this look on my channel, but I used to use, some very, bold eyeshadows. I loved a good smoky eye, like that was my go-to. Now I didn't actually do my makeup that often in high school. I didn't get into it until I was around 17 when I got into cosplay. Regardless, I went to Walmart and I purchased my first foundation. The random lady in Walmart recommended this, which is the L'Oreal True Match. And this is the exact same one from high school. This is the one. This isn't a repurchase. This is the one I had. I probably shouldn't be putting this on my face. It's probably fine. I just don't want to go buy a new one because I don't have the money. So what I used to do actually in high school, my technique was using my hands. Is it just me or is the lighting like really bad? I'm gonna apply my foundation with my hands. Oh, it's so gross. Here we go. Oh, I'm gonna hate this feeling. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Oh my god. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. The lighting is so bad. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make it better. I'm trying. Oh, shit, I got fucking dust on my hand. This is why I need to use a beauty sponge and not my hands. Oh my god, I'm so upset. Okay, this is actually not bad. I actually really like the feeling of this foundation. I totally forgot. I haven't worn this in years. Like, my go-to now is Revlon Color Stay. That shit is so good, and it stays on so well, and like the color match is really good for me. Also, this, I have relatively oily skin, so this can, I don't know why I'm slapping my face. I have relatively oily skin. So this just ends up being a little more oily on me than the Revlon Color Stay, so I just prefer that one. So that's why I wouldn't really repurchase this. Yeah. Oh god, what is happening here? This actually doesn't look bad. This is 5 years old, you guys. Over 5 years. I'm 23. Wait, math. How would it wear all day though? That's the question. Probably not well. So back in the day with concealer, I would either use the Maybelline Fit Me or the Rimmel concealer. I think it was the lasting finish. They repackaged. I don't know if they reformulated. I think they did. Okay, I'm love this packaging. It dripped on my table. Who cares? So yeah, I'm just gonna did you see that? I'm just gonna apply this concealer with my finger because, again, I didn't really use beauty tools at all back in the heyday. Oh my god. I also never used primer, and I still don't use primer. Oh, whoa, that is a color difference. All right, so that's foundation and concealer. Let's do foundation and concealer for my other side. My go-to is the MAC Studio Fix Plus. This powder foundation is fantastic. Liquid foundation, I just like don't have time for anymore. I live in Florida. I'm already gonna be like so sweaty all the time. I don't want like liquid on my face. I like to go for powder foundation because it's easier, it's faster, and it's less messy. So it's just my absolute go-to. I am in the shade NW18. I have repurchased this like 3 times. You can already see this is pretty much gone. So I'm just gonna do my foundation on this side. This has really good coverage for a powder foundation. It's super friggin' nice. Oh my god, yes. So, I don't actually use concealer anymore. I just take the powder foundation and I put it under my eye, because it does fine. Like, I really don't need that much concealer. It's not something that I worry about. It's just one less step, you know? One less waste of my time. And if you have dry skin and you're worried about like a powder foundation kind of messing that up and looking really cakey, it actually doesn't. It gets dewy actually really quickly, so I do have to set this powder foundation with another powder, a mattifying powder, because it does get really dewy, and then halfway through the day, if I have like an 8-hour day at work, I do need to repowder, so it's not as dry as you may think it is. So now it's time to powder my face, to set it with the Rimmel Stay Matte. I will be powdering both sides of my face with this because this was my OG original, what I first started with, and it's what I use today. This is the best freaking powder. If they ever reformulate this, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna die, most likely. It's amazing. It keeps you matte for so long, and you can reapply later in the day and it does not cake up. It applies over itself very, very well. It's just fucking it's perfect. It's perfect. So this is the Rimmel Stay Matte in translucent. I need less of it on this side because again, it was like a powder foundation, but it does get dewy, so I'm just gonna set it anyway. What's next? You tell me, I don't know. Remember when I spilled the concealer on the table? I forgot it was there and I didn't clean it up. And now it's everywhere. That's just my life, isn't it? Oh, I forgot this was here too. I'm a mess, what can I say? So for contour, we are having a huge throwback because we are going back to the NYX days. Yes, this is the NYX blush in the color Taupe, and I got this little number from Nikki Tutorials. If you guys still watch her, if you remember like watching her back in the day, she was like so big. She was like the one that you go to for all of your like product needs. In all of her videos, basically, she used this so much for contour. So that's what I always did, and that's what I'm gonna do today. Where's my freaking contour brush? I don't even know. So this is the Wet n Wild angled something brush, and I'm just gonna use this for contour on this side of my face. It's going to be very intense. Oh, I'm worried. Oh, I'm worried. Other side, I am gonna use the contour that I use nowadays, which is the amazing Prime and Fine Catrice contouring thingamabob. I don't know. This is amazing. I use a little, what is this? Mini sculpting brush from Real Techniques. Oh, this already looks so much better. Look at that. It's like a gray streak, and this is just like, oh. That's so pretty. Like, am I insane? It could be blended out a little bit. Anyway, so for blush, I always use this brush right here, the Real Techniques Blush Brush Hello. And my go-to was the Milani Powder Blush in Tea Rose. I use this so often. This was my everyday. This was my always blush. It's beautiful. And it is beautiful. I just don't use it anymore. So let's get a little smile here. Just like smile it up. Oh, hello. Hello, beautiful blush. Start just rosying up my cheeks there. Oh my god, would you look at that? See, the problem is, the blush that I'm gonna use on this side is nothing. I don't use blush anymore. I don't like it. My cheeks are already bright red under this makeup. Like, I promise you, my cheeks get red so easily. I don't like it. I don't like it. So putting more of a blushy tone on top of that, it's just unnecessary for me. I don't really like the way blush looks on me. I don't like the way this looks. I look sunburned. You know, is it the color? I don't know. But if I were to use a blush, I would use Tarte Exposed because it's really pretty and natural and not too red, you know? It's more of like a nude toned. So I definitely would reach for a nude tone nowadays if I were to do blush, but I just don't do it anymore. Okay, I don't know where that cut off, but I'm doing bronzer now. So, recap. On this side of my face, how I did it in high school, I used the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I always had, I had a sample size back in the day. I could never afford the actual bronzer. Like, are you kidding me? Sorry, hold on. And nowadays, I use the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. This one also smells so good. Honestly, it smells better than the chocolate. It looks a lot more natural. It's a very like light bronzer, but that's what I need. Like, I'm a very pale person, so I really don't need a thick bronzer. I just need a little bit of color on my face. Beautiful! Oh my gosh! I don't actually know if I used highlighter when I was in high school. If I did, I can't remember what it was. So, I'm gonna use this Becca highlight because this was my freaking G when I was in college. I used Champagne Pop all the freaking time. It's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I used to love Jaclyn Hill so much. Like, oh my gosh. Now I have no opinion. But I used to love her. Oh! That looks pretty. I wish I had a different brush, but... Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Just like blush, I do not use highlight anymore. I don't really know why. It's just not something I reach for. Maybe I should start again though, because this is so pretty. I don't know. I'm conflicted. So anyway, it's time to do the eyes, which is the fun part. The fun part. Sorry, I had all my brushes in my This is what you've all been waiting for. This is what I used back in the day. I wore this multiple times to school. This quad of shimmering pearl. I don't know what just fell out of there. I'm gonna put some eye primer on. My eye primer hasn't changed. I always use the e.l.f. It's good. What can I say? It does what I need it to do. All right, so my eyelids are primed and ripe. That was a weird way to put that. So I'm gonna use the hard candy thingamabob right here on this eye, and I'm gonna use these little things, the little paddle things that came in it, because I did indeed use these when I did my eye makeup, so great. Okay, sure. Breathe, Jessica. Breathe through the pain. How did I do this? This actually looks about right though. This looks like exactly what I did. This white is not showing up whatsoever. Okay. Slightly better. Okay, I'm gonna go back into the white because I'm panicking. Oh my god, this is so bad. I didn't use eyeliner back in the day. It's time to do this eye. So I'm gonna use my favorite palette. This is literally the palette that I reach for all the time. It is just, oh, it has everything I need in it. So this is the Forever 21 eyeshadow palette. So this is an all matte eyeshadow palette from, yes, Forever 21. Of all places. Surprising, I know, but it's my favorite palette. It just has all of the shades that I need. They're super blendable, nicely pigmented, and I love it to bits. So I'm gonna use an actual eyeshadow brush this time. Thank the Lord. And I'm gonna take this shade right here and just kind of lightly go in. We're gonna start blending. This is a Morphe brush. I don't know. M514, whatever that means. Sometimes I'll even go into this warmer shade over here because there's like a cool tone aisle, and then there's like a aisle, and then there's a warm tone aisle. So I'll go into the warm tone shades a little bit just to warm up the eye so I don't look fucking dead. This is so pretty. Are you kidding me? I love this. That's all I need. That's amazing. Oh, you better not. No, I'm filming, please. I think he's done. Probably this one right here. You can't see that. And I'm just gonna drag it underneath the eye. So usually I would just leave it like this, but I will do an eyeliner for you just to show you like what I do if I do want to wear an eyeliner. So I'll take an angled brush. This is just one from Wet n Wild. It's a crappy one, but it's what I have. So take a dark shade of your choosing. I like the one in this Forever 21 palette over here. It's like a brown, but it's kind of like a reddish brown. I think it's beautiful. So I will take that on my angled brush and I just start kind of stamping it, but we're just gonna kind of give the eye a little bit of definition. And now we're gonna make a wing with this eyeshadow. That's how I always do my liner nowadays. I don't like using liquid liner. Again, my hands are shaky. It's a lot of pressure for me. I just like I don't love it. I don't love it. I love the way it looks. I don't like using it. So I'm gonna take my powder and just draw a wing. You can kind of thicken it up. You can leave it thin. Like, it's really however you like your eyeliner to be. You can kind of blend it out a little bit. That's pretty cute. I'm into that. I'm into that. Yeah, that's basically how I do my wing. It doesn't look great, but most of the time, I just don't care. It's time for mascara. Back in the day, in high school, I used the Rocket mascara along with the Maybelline Great Lash mascara. Oh god, but this one's blue. I don't know why I have this. So I'm gonna use the Rocket mascara because it was also one that I used a lot, and I hate now. I'm gonna hate this. Oh, it's just like so wet and it gets on your eyelid really easily. Kind of like clumps my lashes together a little bit. It's just not my favorite, and I don't like really how it wears. It's just a little bit like crispy, you know? I'm just gonna use the Voluminous Original, and I also like twirl my mascara too whenever I'm like using it. So when I was in high school and I did my brows, I think I started with a pencil, like a brow pencil from NYX, but I do not have that anymore. And after I stopped using the brow pencil, I started using this. So this is the Essence Make Me Brow. It's a tinted brow gel, so it does give you a bit of oomph to your eyebrow lashes? Eyebrow hairs. Also, I am just always into like the quick way of doing things. I never really got into doing my eyebrows very much. You know, every time I got a new brow pencil, I was like, I don't like this takes too long. I just don't like wasting my gosh diggity dang time. It probably barely looks like a difference, but this one does look a little bit neater, a little more put together, and a little more colored. So yeah, I really like this brow gel. This is in the color Brownie Brows. And now, I don't do my brows. I'm sorry. I don't. I go for the more natural look. I don't like doing my brows. It's just a waste of time for me. Last but not least, we have lipstick. Oh, I'm so excited. I love lipstick. That is like the one thing that I'm just like, you know. This is the CoverGirl. This is part of the Star Wars The Force Awakens line. You know, the ones that were all crazy colors that no one would actually wear. This is in the color 70 because they didn't have names, I guess. I love this in college. This was my everyday. It's still so pretty. Nowadays, my ride or die, my go-to, my never-ending love goes to this product. This is the e.l.f. Matte Lip Crayon in Praline. I love me some Praline. Wow, that got intense. I don't actually do my makeup every day anymore, but when I did, it was always this. It's so pretty. This is how I did my makeup in high school. And this is how I do my makeup now. Oh my god, I so much prefer this side. This side is, terrible. I hate everything about it. The bronzer is so just not for me. It's not me, really. And I do still actually love this lipstick. The only thing I like that I used to do is the concealer. You can really see how that's changing my look. I just look a lot darker on this side. I might consider using concealer again, but I just don't really care on a daily basis. I kind of like I like this is really pretty, but I don't mind looking tired. I feel like life has taken a toll on me, and you can tell. I used to do shimmer all the time. I always had shimmer and then like some matte in the crease, always. Now it's all matte. I don't like shimmer anymore. I don't know what happened. I don't even use highlight anymore. Also, my face is two different shapes, so it looks drastically different from this side. You can see, like, I look like a completely different person almost. It's really weird, but this is my good side. Regardless, I don't like this makeup here. I hope it was fun seeing the different techniques that I use, because it was kind of fun for me to see that, and just kind of see the difference of how I used to do my makeup. Okay guys, I have no idea what I'm doing with my life, but I hope that you guys can join me on the journey to finding out. See you next time! I like to go for powder foundation. I'm older now, and I am a different-ish person, and I'm still super fucking awkward. What was I thinking? I was a lunatic! Still am a lunatic!